Hi, good morning. Oh, says Angelia, I'm ready to manifest love, light, and peace. What a great aspiration for this morning. Thank you, Angelia. And good morning, Willow. Thank you. Hi, Yvonne. And good morning, Facebook. Hello, YouTube. I wanted to share with you the results of yesterday's candle. So there are certain things that you won't be able to see just because I can't hold it up in the way that you would be able to see them. But in the burning of this candle, I'm hoping you can see this when I hold it up. The woman stayed perfectly intact with her arms, look here, okay, up upraised and head upraised like this. She's like this. And and I don't know if you can see, but it's not easy. But hey, good morning, Bonsai. Um, the way it came out, it looks like she's sitting on a lotus. So it looks like she's sitting on a lotus throne. Morning, Karen. Good morning, Gary. Good morning, Christy. Oh, good. Yvonne can see it. And maybe here on YouTube, Bonsai, I want you to see it too. Looks like she's sitting on this lotus throne and just her arms upraised and she's ready. She's calling in. So I'm going to attempt, we'll see if it works. If this candle just went out by itself, I'm going to attempt to light it one more time and see if it burns down the rest of the way. It's not looking, maybe it's one of these like things where I knocked some of the wick off. Let me do this carefully. So I'm going to set it here and see if it burns the rest of the way or what. But that was a little excitement to have the candle burn in such a way. In ceromancy, where we interpret the wax of the candle after a burn, we can sort of interpret messages from that. And so I see, good morning, Lisa. I see in this ceromantic divination that this is about us opening up. There's this really great song. It originated in, I think it originated in the Unitarian Universalist movement, but it's such a pretty song and it's been used in a lot of different magical circles as well. And it goes, we are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of the one. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. We are opening. And then there's another verse. We are rising up like a phoenix from the fire. Sisters and brothers, spread your wings and fly higher. We are rising up like a phoenix from the fire. Sisters and brothers, spread your wings and fly higher. We are rising. We are rising. We are rising. We are rising. I so wish that we were all together right now so that we could dance in a circle and sing that song and hold hands and do this together, the witchcraft. I miss that. That has been the hardest part of the pandemic for me is missing dancing in a circle with other magical beings, holding hands, raising energy, creating that cone of power together and sending it off. Oh, someday. Next year, next spring, when we have the Goddess Symposium in person here in Mount Shasta. So that was your little musical interlude for the morning. I hope you enjoyed. Christy likes it. Yeah, Christy says, I miss it as well. Like, just, yeah. Oh, Angelia says, I would so love that. Enodia says, so do I. Shalulin says, me too. Willow says, me too. Yvonne says, me too. Oh, Natalie Rose. Yeah, oh, we need it. We need it. Okay, I'm going to try to find a way to convene it that we could all be together in person, singing and dancing in a circle, and we will sing that song. If I can manage to pull this together, we are going to sing that song together within 365 days from now in person. I hope that will happen. All right, so how's our candle? Let me look. Oh, still burning. Okay, good. All right, let's see what happens with that candle next. So, in the witness of the flame, the Sibylline hymn to Aphrodite. I had a question yesterday in practice about the origins of this hymn. I'm researching it. I think that it is the Orphic hymn to Aphrodite taken and translated and interpreted by Virginia Stewart Avalon in prettier language than the strict translation. There are different translations of the Orphicos hymnos, the Orphic hymns. And I'd like us to, if you feel motivated by this, to memorize this month of April. So let's do it. Ethereal, illustrious, laughing queen, born of the sea and lover of the night, mother of longing, all connecting, who joins the world in harmony. All things spring from you, O divine power. The triple fates are ruled by your decree. All the works of craft and love yield to your hand. With a smile, O Aphrodite, you sway the all encircling heavens, the fruitful earth, and the storming oceans. All obey you, all are awed by you. Companion of the brumal god, beautiful goddess of marriage, mother of love, lover of the banquet, source of persuasion who grants secret favors, illustrious born, seen and unseen, gentle lover, Lupercal, who smiles upon mortals, prolific, most desired life giver, kind goddess, wielder of the scepter of all the immortals, you bind mortals and every tribe of beasts in magic chains of mad desire. Come, lovely Cyprian, and bless these rites, whether radiant in the heavens or presiding in the temples of Syria, guiding your golden chariot over the sacred floods of Egypt, or dancing on the azure shores by the billowing seas with circling choirs of mortals and beauteous nymphs with cerulean eyes, or riding out along the dusty banks renowned of old, or if in Mount Shasta, where your priestesses bring you offerings at Heart Lake, or if in Kypris, with your fair mother, where the married women yearly come to praise you and the pure virgins sing hymns to you and to Adonis. Come, divine union, for you I call with holy, reverent mind. card today is so beautiful. It's freedom. Freedom. And it depicts a woman sitting in a pink dress with a dove in her lap, flying. Freedom. Oh my goodness. Could it be? Could it be possible? Could it be possible? I heard something in the news today that the Russian army has pulled back from another area that they were trying to dominate, that they failed to dominate. May it be. This card depicts a dove in the moment before it is gently released from the hand of a maiden. In the distance, castle walls symbolize austerity and containment. Their eerie countenance against a darkened sky contrasts with the white dove, the symbol of purity. For their ability to transcend continents and borders, birds are living metaphors for the freedom of the soul. As divine beings living an ever changing existence of duality and mortal restriction, the capacity to dream about the possibilities of unlimited freedom is partly what defines the human experience. By drawing the freedom card, you are prompted to review any areas of limitation in your life that may be holding you back. Perhaps you are feeling victimized by unavoidable circumstances or overwhelmed by endless choices. Regardless of what the cards of fate have in store for you, you alone have the freedom to choose how you will play them. It is this spiritual freedom that cannot be taken away and that gives life meaning and purpose. Bear in mind that for every action, there is an equal reaction, and that every freedom carries responsibility. In the face of doubt, be guided by the Great Mother to navigate your choices and pray for the insight to use your freedom wisely. Well, Shalulin says teleportation. Maybe you will. Who knows? Maybe you'll fly. This is a beautiful card. I really do agree that freedom comes with responsibility. As we get older, especially, we see the direct correlation between freedom and responsibility. I know for my part, my idea of freedom when I was like a teenager or in my 20s is very different than my idea of freedom now. My idea of freedom then was something more like wild abandon. My idea of freedom now is having an hour just to myself where I'm able to do whatever I want for a little bit of time. My old ideas of freedom were borderless, but my adult ideas of freedom are bordered. And it's the borders of my freedom that give shape to my idea of freedom. It's like I now know what freedom really is because I know what responsibility really is in a way that I didn't when I was younger. Maybe some of you might relate, I don't know, but there is this idea that freedom is like no holds barred, but freedom isn't that. We live in a world where there are boundaries and where boundaries are really healthy. Freedom is not the absence of boundaries. Freedom is the ability within the boundaries that you have to be able to create spaciousness. So for birds, you know, their freedom is boundaried. It's just boundaried by the atmosphere. Sometimes it might be boundaried by an ocean. They can't go all the way across some like little tiny birds might not be able to make it all the way across the ocean without a rest. But they have boundaries and so do we. There's nothing wrong with having a boundary. And I think that sometimes in our spiritual communities, we risk feeling like it's not cool to have boundaries, or like it's not cool to state where we're at, because we want to kind of come across as easy and free. But easy and free is literally only possible when there are boundaries. We wouldn't know what freedom felt like if there weren't boundaries. So let's remember today that our truest freedom comes when we are in a state of having boundaries, and when we're in the state of being able to create spaciousness and safety within those boundaries. And also, let's remember that that freedom is a responsibility and comes along with tending it. It's always been, when people have come to me for advice about, everything from money to love and everything else in readings, it's been one of my kind of mantras is, you can have everything you want. You just have to be able to take care of it. If you can't take care of it, you won't be able to have it. That's that simple. And yes, there are access issues and equity issues and things like that, but which we do need to address. But the reality is, for most of us, we can have what it is that we want. We just need the wherewithal to be able to take care of it. And so freedom isn't about just getting what you want and then not having any responsibilities. It's about being able to provide for what you have. So let's do that today. That's our short bit, if that's what you were here for. Hope you enjoyed our little all over the place musical interludes and everything this morning. Yesterday, my mala broke. But this one has had a very good run. This mala was created because I had a dream. I had a dream that I created that I had this mala, and I woke up and I told Priestess Aisling about it, and she created it for me, and she called it the Mala of Dreams. So I've saved, one bead came off, but that's it, and I've saved it, and I'm going to bring it to her and ask her if she, when I see her next, and ask her if she will please restring it for me. And in the meantime, I have this other one that I had and broke, and she restrung for me already. So we're moving on with this one today. But let's get it all started with 3 prostrations before the shrine of Guan Yin. And let's take refuge. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention. And today, we're holding for a family that has been through a lot. I'm not at liberty to discuss, but a family who has been through one of the most abject horrors of loss that I have ever heard in 20 years or more of priestessing. Just sending love to this family for their heart healing. And let's recite the four immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. Let's make our offerings. Oh, tiny little flame on that candle, still going. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering for Guanxi Yin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Om Ahum. 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 Reverently I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guanyin, remain until the end of samsaric existence, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. 108 recitations of Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, calling out to Guanyin and asking her to be present for all of the responsibilities as well as all of the freedom that we carry in our adult lives. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, Namo Guan Shi Yin Pu Sa. 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 Namo Guanxin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pusa. Namo Guanxin Pusa, Namo Guanxin Pusa, Namo Guanxin Pusa, Namo Guanxin Pusa. And our prayer to Yeshe Tsogyal. Yingchuk daki somo kachansa dusum kuncheng pema jungye ki zangso dupo dechen so gyomar so wa depso chukdun nudrupso. Mother of space, foremost of Dakinis, Lady Karchansa, gatherer of the secret treasury of Padmakara, knower of all, past, present, and future, Mother Tsogyal, great bliss queen, to you we pray. Grant us cities, ordinary and supreme. Yingchuk daki somo Karchansa, dusum kunchen pema jungye ki sangso dupo dechen sogyamar sowa debso chukdun nudrupso. And 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum, sending comfort to the hearts of a grieving family who have finally had confirmation of their worst fears. And at the same time, this confirmation allows some room for healing to begin. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life, prayer for Lamadechin Yeshiwangmo. Om Sosti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of Supreme Bliss Yeshiwangmo be utterly stable And may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guan Yin in our hearts. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guan Yin, a bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher. Sending everyone love and joy today, opening up in sweet surrender and freedom. I hope you have a good one. Be back tomorrow.